iPhone 17 and 17 Pro rumors are starting to ramp up as we are just about a month and a half away-ish from release, which, by the way, we recently had a story from Mark Gurman that kind of outlines when we can expect to see these phones announced. I mean, anyone could have kind of predicted this by just looking at Apple's past. Usually, the second week in September is pretty much reserved for iPhone announcements, and this year seems no different. We are looking at the week of the 8th, with the 9th or 10th being most likely the dates for the event. Although last year, Apple pulled some wild card and had the event on a Monday, but it's traditionally a Tuesday or a Wednesday, with Tuesday being the one that happens the most. Now, at this event, we obviously can expect to see a brand new lineup of iPhones, and we recently did a full video on all of the leaks surrounding the iPhone 17 Air. You can check it out by clicking the card in the upper right corner. But what about the 17 and the 17 Pro? It's been some time since we've talked about it, and there have been a lot of recent updates. And we'll start with some of the more superficial stuff, but it's what gets people going, and that's the colors. Now, I'm trying really hard to not get ahead of myself here, but there have been some new leaks recently with internal documents showcasing all of the color options for these phones. If you know me, you'll know that I have been pushing for some sort of new, exciting color options for the Pro models. They have all either been some different shade of gray over the last few years or some different type of blue. There was that one year we had purple, but we've never really had anything else outside of that for the Pro models. There have been rumors about an orange or bronze or copper iPhone that never really materialized, and now this year we're starting to get more rumors surrounding the orange iPhone. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of the color orange, but I don't want something super bright or vibrant, and that's kind of good because, again, most Pro models typically get a more tame version of whatever color happens. It'll be interesting to see if this actually happens and how many of you would actually buy an orange iPhone Pro model. Again, typically we get a lot of those bright, vibrant colors for the more standard iPhone 16s and 16 Pluses of the world. This year, it'll be the 17 and the 17 Air, but I'm all for Apple coming out with some new colors for the Pro models and something a little bit more bright and vibrant. Now, before we talk about all of those 15 colors that are rumored for this year, I want to take a quick minute to talk about today's sponsor, Eney, which is a new kind of AI companion built just for your Mac. Have you ever felt like you're just juggling 5 different apps just to get one thing done on your Mac? Yeah, I mean, same here. That's exactly the gap that Eney is solving. It's not just another assistant, it's a computer being that understands how you work, adapts to your personal workflow, and actually helps you get things done. If you need to clean up your system, you optimize performance, or check for malware, you just ask. Want to enhance an image, convert a file, or get a quick summary of a long PDF? Or even a YouTube video? It handles all of that naturally through a simple conversation. You can record, transcribe, summarize, and share meeting details automatically as well. And what really makes Eney different is how human it feels. You're not typing out robotic commands or poking through menus. It's proactive, it's intuitive, and honestly, it's the most seamless way that I've interacted with my Mac in a long time. So join the Eney closed beta to experience a new category of AI companions, where your Mac tasks become simple conversations with an intelligent companion that truly understands your needs. Click the link in the description down below to get signed up and learn more about Eney and its capabilities. Okay, so again, I'm tempering expectations here, but here's a full list of all 15 colors that are rumored for each model. Now again, we talked about the Air in the other video, but for quick reference, we are looking at black, white, blue, a light blue, and a light gold. For the standard 17, we have the classic black, white, green, purple, light blue, and a new steel gray, which is a apparent twist on the ever so loved space gray. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max have black, white, gray, a dark blue, which could be similar to the dark blue offered a few years ago, though some of the renders out there are showcasing a blue that I would much prefer, and in orange. I really hope this happens. Again, some of the leaks make these just look absolutely fantastic. They are renders, so it might not look exactly like that, but I'm ready to see what Apple has in store for us. Now, for those of you that use a case, this probably isn't going to matter that much to you, but maybe you get a clear case. Either way, let me know what color you would get in the comments down below. Now, we're also expecting some changes to the dynamic island this year and actually over the course of the next few years, but details are currently being kept under wraps, according to leaker Majin Buu. Buu does state that Apple appears committed to making Dynamic Island more functional and integrated into more key elements of the user experience, which seems really intriguing to me. I don't hate Dynamic Island, but we haven't really had a lot of changes to Dynamic Island over the last few years since it was introduced, and more apps are supporting it over the years, but I basically only use it for live sports scores, occasionally with the playback controls for music, but it's mostly just taking a glance at whatever live activity and live sports I have going on while I'm using my phone, and then like Uber wait times. But I would love to hear from you and how you use your Dynamic Island, what features you want to see implemented, and what ways I can use Dynamic Island more, because maybe I'm just not looking into it as much. There are also going to be some new design changes to the Pro models, several of which we have known for quite some time, like the new elongated camera bump, similar to the Pixel phones that span the full width of the device. The device is also expected to move to an aluminum frame that encompasses the new camera bump design, similar to the iPad Pro. And in order to enable wireless charging, there will be a cutout in the aluminum frame below the camera bump for a glass segment. Most recently, it's emerged that Apple is planning to move the logo. It'll be repositioned slightly to the center of this glass segment. So basically, it'll be repositioned a little bit lower than before when viewed relative to the full height of the device. In the latest render from leaker Majin Buu, it depicts the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max in clear cases. So this will show how Apple apparently proposes to change the MagSafe magnet array to allow the relocated Apple logo to be clearly shown in its new lower position centered to the glass cutout. So these are some of the latest new rumors surrounding Apple's upcoming flagship phones for 2025, and would love to hear from you in the comments down below. We are expecting some changes to the cameras, some changes to the thickness of the devices, depending on which model you go for. I think the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are going to get a little bit thicker, but would love to hear from you. What features are you most excited for? Even if you're a front-facing camera person, I heard that we're bumping up to 24 megapixels this year. There are lots of little changes that could, make a big impact on whether or not you're going to upgrade. So would love to hear from you down in the comments. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.